giveaway. 1. Like this video. 2. Comment #giveaway. 3. Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss our giveaways. Draw on March 15th, 2021.
Are we gonna not able to get a pickoff from Apex Predator? So
which will lead us to a gold
meat shield.
some reset from both these teams.
Yung Earth Dragon na lalabas. Kasi hindi naman siya ganun ka-game breaking if someone gets that. And especially dito, if you wanna go for a Dragon commit na sigurado kayo, it should be a 5-man team. Na okay lang ma-push yung top lane kasi ang wala namang capability actually si Mundo na mag-push. Also the Garen, wala rin masyadong capability pero nakikita natin dito, they're already setting it up, maybe a bait Dragon para dito sa kanilang first clash.
Yeah, they're just sitting around. They don't want to make huge risks that could potentially lead to a huge disadvantage for the side of Apex Predator. So I think that was a bit smart to just back off a bit. They know Renzo actually came back off, then to go for a stun, a potential massive play. Yeah.
Actually, walang contest masyado. They just damage the team of SB Empire Esports. Habang gumagawa ng pangarap sa Tia, Karen. Pero as you can see here, there is gonna be a commit for SB Empire Esports. They use the maximum standard para makapasok. Cataclysm is gonna be proc down to trap that Olaf. And she gets caught up with the Voice of Light. And look at the Tempest getting a 2-man hit combo. Pero habang sinasabi natin, the first turret is already taken by the side of Apex Predator. The gold lead is slowly leaning to the Apex Predator side, even though they lost 1 man in that clash.
A good action reaction of the Apex Predators. You know what? You can take him out and break, but we're gonna take the top first blood, which will lead us to a gold lead. And yes, that's 500, 400 gold lead, but that is still a lead against Team SV Empire, which actually took the first objective in this game. So that was a smart move by Apex Predator. But now, we're slowly creeping into the timer of the Rift Herald once more. A potential team fight source. Now that the blue side has dominant...
And nag-Ragnarok na dito si Olaf, going for a kill on Pabu. Pabu is shredded by the Gatling gun of that Corki, and he falls down under the 4-man onslaught of Apex Predator.
Now, with the Dr. Mundo slain, they have the member advantage. They're now going in for the Rift Herald, but SB Empire doesn't want to give this through because they've already lost one objective against Apex Predator.
Yes, nawala na yung first turret nila, and they're gonna be bagging that Rift Herald. So they have already a pushing potential, especially if they see that SB Empire Esports is gonna group in one lane. That is gonna be a winning condition kasi definitely paglabas ng Rift Herald at nakita ng Apex Predator that there is gonna be a moment of truth where they can use that Rift Herald para mag-push kasi usually group up ng SB Empire Esports.
Yeah. And now, Corki, did you see Executioners calling first item? Their counter to a Dr. Mundo. And yun ang sinasabi ko kanina eh. When you have a Dr. Mundo, you want to prioritize that since they already have the advantage. Once you get the kills for the side of the SB Empire, sila na yung mag-lead. And when you have a Draven to the enemy team, when that IE comes through, it's basically damage galore for the side of SB Empire. Although, it's now going to be the initiation of Cloud Rage for the side of Apex Predator.
Yes, and it's going to be a Dimash Justice going under that Mundo, erasing him from the map. This day always gets picked, that Mundo always gets picked off. And nakakatawa because here the Cataclysm is gonna get a hit on that Garen. Garen is too tanky using the courage to get most of the damage mitigation. Pero ngayon na pumasok na naman ang Dimasion Standard pero wala pa rin connect, walang tinamaan, walang na-knock up, and I think the Dragon is gonna be up for grabs since the Rift Herald is now pushing into the mid lane.
Gusto yung ginawa ng Apex Predator. They have the member advantage already. Then place a referral to the mid lane. Let's just secure more objectives, right? And let's just confuse SB Empire at this point. Kasi kailangan nilang puntahan yung isang bagay. Hindi naman pwede sila mag-split. Because if they split, that's basically Apex Predator gonna get that member advantage and dominating that fight. So, SB Empire, you know what? You can take the Cloud Dragon, but we'll defend the mid lane. Kasi pag binigay nila to, that is gonna be map control for the enemy team, right? And you really don't want to give that because that is gonna open up the jungler for the side of Apex Predator at the same time. So, smart move by the side of SV Empire. Although right now, it's gonna be the Baron Nashor available into the map. I'm expecting a fight to come through a single kill. May it be key players. The Jarvan 4 is key. The Aurelion Soul is also something that could be targeted by the side of Apex Predator before they could go to the Baron Nashor and secure that objective.
Yeah, definitely. Once, sabi ko nga, Dr. Mundo is the meat shield for SB Empire Esports. Pag hindi nila sustain tong meat shield na to, they're not gonna win the clashes kasi no one's gonna front. Yes, you have a Jarvan, but at the end of the day, naka-black cleaver lang siya. Hindi niya pa kayang i-sustain yung clash for his team. Kailangan pa niyang hintayin yung late game to go for to be an effective tank. And kaya nga kumukuha ka usually ng Jarvan is for the pick-offs. Pero ngayon nakikita natin SB Esports is not able to get a pick-off from Apex Predator. So hindi ko alam kung ano pa yung kailangan nilang gawin para lang ma-turn around to their side, the momentum of the game.
Absolutely. 3K gold lead right now to the side of Apex Predator. They're taking it slowly but surely. The map control is open. They get killed. Janna has been slain. And this is the kill that they're looking for. Not exactly key roles, but still, gonna provide them member advantage. And considering as well that the side of SB Empire actually lacks those initiations and those CC totals, it's gonna put them at an advantage when it comes to team fights. And if ever SB Empire contest, they're gonna get the lead.
Yes, and I'm seeing here a lot of ultimates is still available for the SB Empire Esports. And yes, the Baron is taken back. Cataclysm is gonna be used by Jarvan to try to attempt to steal that Baron. But the damage
is going to the side of Apex Predator at that point. So, smart move right now by Apex Predator. Not necessarily diving into the matchup, but just giving the Baron buff to the minions to push in.
Yes, yeah, very, very smart play coming in from Apex Predator. Very, very clean. Every time they get a pick-up, they get more objectives. The Shockwave is gonna get a hit, almost deleting that Draven from the map. Napakasakit ng isang Orianna. Orianna just doing a really good job on poking down the champions coming in from SB Empire Esports. And now they're gearing themselves and pressuring on them.
I know, right? They took potentially every single inner turret available in game, and they're not stopping. They're going in for the mid lane. They're gonna get this mid inhibitor turret. So now the base is open. The map is open for the side of Apex Predator.
Yes, and there is an objective ready for the taking. Infernal Drake is already in the map, and now they're gonna be rotating and try to get that Drake. And I feel like SB Empire Esports doesn't have the capability, the firepower to outmatch Apex Predator to contest this objective.
Absolutely. I think they really lack on those CC potentials. I think they went more for damage. They went more for ganks. So when it comes to a team fight, you're basically just standing still, trying to get a lead because you have the Orianna with a Shockwave, right? You have the silences that comes through that could just negate an Aurelion Soul for that Star Surge, could negate the ultimate of Vajana to go for the knockouts when it comes to team fights, and even that Cataclysm as well when it comes down to it. So right now, that dance now available for that Raven Infinity Edge and Rapid Fire Cannon. This is a potential opening for them to deal massive amounts of damage, but I am expecting Apex Predator to prioritize that Raven into the backside to actually gain a lead against the Emperor on a 5v5.
But this is gonna be hard right now. Most of the objectives, they have the Infernal Drake, they have that, the Baron buff is already gone, but still, the damage is gonna be felt. They have a 12k gold lead above Empire Esports. And as the game is rolling, they don't have a chance. Apex Predator is not showing any kind of weakness that SB Empire Esports can exploit. And this is a
The Empire should not be giving this to the side of Apex Predator, because if they do, that potentially inhibitor turret is gonna fall down. 2 inhibitor turrets left as Jarvan 4 comes through.
I felt like that was needless. The Imagine Standard, you don't have vision, you don't have anyone to support you, and still you go in. That's suicide without any training.
And I like the Baron utilization here because the wave control is in favor to the side of Apex Predator, right? So you have the wave pushing, add on to a Baron buff, that's basically a free turret for your team. So right now, 2 inhibitor turrets are falling down to the side of Apex Predator as now they look to finish the game.
Yes, and more of the Eye of the Storm is going to be used to knock most of the members, but it doesn't really matter because the Dimash Justice is going to be used, and Apex Predator is gonna finish this with a turret with the Nexus lock, and the victory goes to Apex Predator in the round 1 of the best of 3 series.